The 64 disk drive is something that held a lot of potential. Potential for bigger and possibly better games, as well as additional content, the equivalent of which might be considered DLC by today's standards. One such game that was supposed to have more content was The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and the add-on was called Ura, or Ura Zelda, or The Legend of Zelda Ura, whatever you want to call it. This add-on would have added features that were originally cut out from the various early versions of Ocarina of Time, so let's talk about it. Today on Gaming Mysteries, I'm talking about Ura Zelda. Now, as stated in my previous video, in Ocarina of Time's earliest forms, it was supposed to take full use out of the 64 disk drive, but the accessory wasn't well received and delayed, which led to Ocarina of Time being redeveloped for a cartridge release instead. However, Nintendo had initially planned to still make some use out of the 64 disk drive in the form of add-ons, not just for Ocarina of Time, but a couple other N64 games as well, which I may cover at some point. Now, Ura Zelda was an expansion to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time that would include new minigames, new subquests, redesigned dungeons, as well as new dungeons entirely. Miyamoto said that when the player reached the end of Ocarina of Time with Ura Zelda, the player could revisit the world but with new features, characters, and places to explore. The add-on was supposed to explain various mysteries from Ocarina of Time, like the Ocarina Pedestal, or the unbeatable running man who always beats you by 1 second even if you use a Game Shark. Shenanigans! I'm calling tons and tons of shenanigans on that. So what are some features that would have been available in Ura Zelda besides beating that hacking running man? Well, when observing a ROM of Ocarina of Time, there's two logos that can be found. They're translated as Wind Medallion and Ice Medallion. They're believed to be leftovers from two dungeons that were cut out of the final game and expected to be added with Ura Zelda. You can also find two tunics rumored to be used in these two new dungeons, a gold one and a white one, both looking pretty damn snazzy, I might add. And yeah, I said snazzy. Deal with it. Further inspection will find a few more things, such as this R-Wing from Star Fox 64 on Kokiri Village. Now, I've had people tell me that this was simply an enemy placeholder. This is false, you guys. The thing animates perfectly and fires lasers at Link, and hell, it can even explode, making it more than a mere model left in the game. It's rumored that it would have been an Easter egg available within only Ura Zelda. Aside from this, there's also the Unicorn Fountain. Now, this area was later used in Zelda Master Quest, but it was originally supposed to appear in Ura Zelda. Apparently, the fountain will contain the Triforce, and it's where Link would learn his Sword Beam attack. Now, while on the subject of Master Quest, real quick, it has been said that Master Quest for the GameCube was in fact Ura Zelda. It's not. The game does have redesigned, harder dungeons, but it's not in fact Ura Zelda. It's more likely that this game is probably a small portion of what Ura Zelda was, or at least something to shut the fans up, which obviously didn't work because look what I'm doing, you guys. I'm making a video about Ura Zelda, so yeah, it didn't work, Nintendo. Nice try. Can't fool me! But that's Ura Zelda, a potentially amazing add-on for an already fantastic game, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, I'm very, very sad that this didn't come out, because Ocarina of Time is my favorite game of all time, so if you were to come up to me with an add-on that said it has even more great content, I would high-five you like there is no tomorrow. When I first discovered Ura Zelda, all I could think about is how cool it would be to go into these cut-out dungeons and find those new tunics and take part in all those new quests, but alas, we'll never know. Or, you know, if you have a ROM, you might find some of that stuff, but we'll never officially know. Granted, the 3DS version might throw us a bone, but at this point in time, I'm not going to hold my breath on that. Do it, Nintendo. In any case, this has been Gaming Mysteries. Thanks for watching.